Thank you for building my dream Jeep.
Oh, hey girl.
Oh, what's up?
Can I borrow this Jeep for a video?
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool. All right, well, I got you. What's your favorite thing about this Jeep?
Well, probably getting to tan my front with this top down while I drive this.
Love it.
She gets
All
a
right.
lot of looks.
Yeah, let's go talk about it. Well, here we are again. This is Mama's Jeep. It is a 2020 JL Rubicon Unlimited. Couple cool options that came with it. It does have the one-touch top, meaning it's a hard top, but the whole top slides back with the touch of a button. Obviously, her favorite thing is cruising top down, so works great that when she gets to work, she can push a button and everything closes up and locks up. It's a great option, very rare option on these Jeeps. Other than that, let's get into it. So starting with the front of the Jeep, it came with the factory steel bumper option, which is great. It's a great bumper. It's not the most high clearance thing in the world, but it looks good. You take the end caps off, put a winch mount in it, and then we put a Warren 8,000 pound winch with synthetic line right in the center of it. Nice thing about the factory bumper is the winch sits down inside of the bumper, so it doesn't sit on top like a lot of them, blocking a lot of stuff from the cooling package. Works really nice and tucks out of the way. Mama always had Jeeps, and she's always had lifted Jeeps on 35s that were pretty tall, and so I always thought that it'd be cool to do low lift height like most of our stuff. So I did a 38-inch Nitto Ridge grappler, this polished, I guess machined KMC wheel, and then to get the wheel clearance and everything with minimal lift, we did this fender kit where you cut the inner fender liner out of these things and do this little light kit. This one is from Quake LED and ties into the factory turn signals and everything, supports the outside of the fender, but then you also trim these out and you gain about 3 inches of clearance. Very cool kit you do front and rear. Love the way it looks and gains us all the clearance we need for these 38s. So along with that fender kit is you remove the bottom side of that fender and the inner fender liner. So we do these aluminum fender liners. These ones are by Moto-Built. A bunch of people make them. I opted for raw aluminum with the white, just otherwise the powder coat's gonna get ripped off. And I think they look really good. We trimmed them for the Falcon shocks. So this Jeep had the factory Rubicon rock sliders, which are not the strongest rock sliders in the world, but for the stuff we're doing, you know, small wheeling, if we're gonna go do something King of the Hammers or Moab or something, we're probably bringing the big Jeep. So for the little stuff that we do with this, you know, more dirt wheeling, we like to call it, factory rock sliders, factory steel rear bumper, they work plenty good, offer the protection we need, keep Mama safe in case of a crash, that kind of stuff. As you guys have noticed by now, a lot of our stuff, we don't run spare tires that often. On her Jeep, we did the spare tire delete from American Adventure Lab, integrates the camera into it, license plate, third brake light, all that. Nice clean package made out of aluminum, but it also takes that big heavy tire off the back, which wears out the tailgate hinges, stuff like that. Just keeps it, you know, clean, looking good. And obviously we run Nittos, and as long as we're careful, we don't have any tire issues, and keep your tires in good shape and they'll take care of you. Of course, Hazard being a, you know, suspension drivability shop, I had to put good suspension on this thing. Got to keep it driving good for Mama. So I called the boys down at Synergy Suspension and we did their 2-inch kit, which has got upper lower control arms front and rear, adjustable track bars front and rear, and their progressive coil spring. So 2-inch lift, but complete adjustability of the arms. So not only were we able to center the rear axle in the wheel well, which gives us more clearance for the 38s, but we're also able to add a bunch of caster as well as center the front end or push it forward as needed to clear everything with the track bars and stuff like that. So this Jeep currently has about 7.9 degrees of caster, drives incredibly well. I just really like it. It's a really safe, comfortable package, getting rid of all those factory arms and doing the DDBs, which are the dual durometer bushings that Synergy does. It gives you that factory feel of having a rubber bushing, but we get a lot more suspension movement and travel out of them when we are off-roading and have the sway bars disconnected, stuff like that. So factory feel as far as ride quality, but a lot better off-road performance. Paired with that, we went with the Falcon adjustable shocks. They've been a good shock company. They last a long time up here. We have, you know, crazy weather with snow and ice and junk they put on the roads to corrode everything, and then we get 120-degree days. So them being out of the Salt Lake City area, they're used to that stuff. So they last a long time up here in the corrosive weather we have, as well as ride good, and their adjustability has a really wide range of adjustments, and so you're really able to dial in the suspension that way. probably should talk about some of the reasons I picked the JL over a JK, stuff like that. When they came out with the JL in 2018, they did a really good job of just making general upgrades, but a few things in particular. It has a 3.6 liter V6 engine, but that's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And that was a whole game changer as far as how these things drive. You have this wide ratio of low gears as well as high gears, and really takes the power from that V6 and gives it all this power where it's not so crucial to gear the thing as soon as you go up one size in tire or stuff like that. So it's a little more forgiving, but it also makes it feel like it has a whole bunch more power whether you're cruising down the freeway or just ripping around in town. It also does a bunch of improvements in the steering, so the feel of this thing with the electric steering, stuff like that, it really just feels way more planted and controlled than Jeeps in the past without doing aftermarket stuff. And then it just gets better once we do the aftermarket stuff. So love that about the JL. They also did huge improvements on the interior. You know, it still has, with the Rubicon package, your front and rear lockers, and your 4-to-1 transfer case, and your disconnectable sway bar. But when it comes to the inside, where you sit, where you actually care about, they did a great job of making it, you know, equal to some of the nice new trucks you'd buy or something like that, or these luxury SUVs. So beautiful leather interior, nice dash, big screen. It's just comfortable, heated seats, heated steering wheel, stuff like that. So as far as your girl or you, whoever you want to be driving in this thing, having the kids in the back, it's super comfortable and nice. It's a great daily driver package, as well as just a comfortable thing to go off-road in. You can be clean, you can be dirty, it cleans easy. They still got the drain holes in the floor and all that stuff, so you can wash the thing out. But more electronics and creature comforts, which I really enjoy. The exterior, we had to make it pop, so we did those same blue and green stripes you've seen on the Porsche and the Jeep, and more vehicles to come, we hope. So I think it turned out great. I really like this thing. Mama has a blast driving it. We take road trips in it. Love it. Now you've heard all about Mama's Jeep. What do you guys want to see next? We got some stuff coming down the pipe, but let us know in the comments.
Thank you for building my dream Jeep.
Yeah, babe.